Of course hii ni ile show moto kabisa. Sasa hii ni open mic, tutakuwa tuna discuss issues kadhaa zenye zina revolve around entrepreneurship, na tuko na panel moto kama pasi nitaanza directly.
I can go first. Of course, thank you. So next to me is Marilyn Kipto, who is works with Saiton Foundation Coordinator, rather. Thank you so much for making time. And next to her is Morgan Innocent, who is the CEO and founder of the Founder Magazine. And on your side, Aseli,
nakwambia correct. Next to mrembo anaitwa Ann Weruguru, CEO Neiram Supplies. Nimepata hiyo Neiram, ndio? Of course, and tuko na Ronnie Usumba, chairman wa Youth Fund. Karibu sana studio. Asante.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in tonight to help us really discuss this issue of funding. You take a look at Africa's, or rather Kenya's population, we have the highest number of unemployment within the continent. 25.5 million people are the working age class within this specific country. So you have about 800,000 students from different universities, always graduating every year. So it's important that as young people, we need to start creating businesses or other employment rather than seeking the employment ourselves. Now, before we do that, let's talk about the issue of funding, because we have two amazing entrepreneurs with us tonight. One was able to get the Youth Fund, and for you, Innocent, really, for you, funding was different. There's one tweet, rather, Ronnie, that I've seen online, and I'd like us to start with that. And that tweet is by Chelega, and she says, I have applied, and this is in regards to the Youth Fund. I have never applied.
No.
I know, the spotlight is on him. She says, I've never applied, but I have heard stories about how long and tiresome some of that process is. And you talk to some of the young people that I've had a chance to talk to, and they say the process of Youth Fund is just too long, Ronnie.
Agreed. Unfortunately, it is, and it can be very painful. And we haven't, reached out to as many people as herself, which we should. But we're fixing all that. The problem is, before we've looked at it as a, as a public service. So ni story gava, it's another government service. But now what we're doing is we're refocusing the fund to think about our youth as customers first. Number two, we want to look at ourselves as a business. We're in competition with Equity Bank, with KCB, with Cooperative Bank, etc. So we want to structure ourselves to be like that. We've done a lot of work. In the next few weeks, you will be able to see that.
Innocent.
Yes.
For you, Youth Fund was not the way you went. You got funding with Lions Den and in other ways. You told me you're not a very big fan of Youth Fund. Tell us. No, he did. And I like that. He was very confident about it. For you, tell me how you went about gaining funding for your company and how difficult or easy it was.
Well, ours was a little bit different because now you are going to face people that are going to ask critical questions about your business. You've got to have your house in order. And so why we chose to go for Lions Den in the first place is there were so many reasons. One of them is that the exposure that comes with you being on live TV, talking about your business. Secondly, of course, we needed the funding, but most importantly was the partner that we needed to have. Because one of the challenges, and I think this is one of the things that even Youth Fund needs to consider, is that the money is not just the only problem that these young people have. Mentorship, how to spend that money in terms of implementing it with your business. And then you look at, you can actually be given 3 million today and 1 month you are broke. So how do you spend it wisely? What do you use it with? And these are exactly the reasons why we chose Lions Den, because then we were able to be,
You have the money and the mentorship.
Yeah, exactly. And also the huge exposure that comes with more people now wanting to work with you. So it was very strategic for us.
Okay, wow.
Mimi napenda kujua, ulipata hii pesa ya Youth Fund, ndio? Was your business, ulijua business yako ni kitu koshua nayo?
Ronnie.
Ulijua ni risk gani unajiingisha? In as much as you wanted to do a business, umepatiwa hiyo do imesha come, labda hujaipata 500k ama ushaipata, lakini sasa umepewa hiyo do. Ulijua ni risks gani utapitia kwa business yako?
Because ilikuwa my third job, and then nilipata, na nikichukua hiyo 1.5, nikichukua hiyo 500, nilikuwa na kazi ya 1.5, so nilikuwa najua kenye naenda kuifanyia.
And of course, ningependa kujua pia, do you think kama watu wa business imeanza, how do you start your business? Wewe mwenyewe ulidecide utaamka mazejo siku moja nimeamka mazejo leo naenda kuuza unga ama kitu kama hiyo? Ama ni kitu yenye uliadvise na msee alikwambia mazejo passion yako ina like kwa hii field? Hebu Innocent share na mimi.
For me, I think it's the self-drive. Me, I had an ambition and passion to be able to build something bigger than myself, most importantly, something that will be able to help young people like me. And there's nobody who came and told me that start a business or this is how you go about it. I made all those mistakes until I figured out how to do exactly what I needed to do. So before somebody even decided that I'm going to start a business, there's something in that person that, you know, triggers it, you know. It's that determination and the fact that you need to be very, very self-driven because you have so many challenges. How do you overcome them, you know? And how do you keep on going when you don't even have funding, you know, like so many young people out there? So self-driven passion.
There's something that Innocent...
What business is Innocent in? I'm just curious.
Well, I run an online business magazine called The Founder, focusing on young people, looking at how can we expose them, tell their stories. But also now we are spreading out to things like forums. We have an entrepreneurship forum called TEFO. Now it's more of a camp. We bring young entrepreneurs, you know, for so many days. And we're running an awards for young entrepreneurs called Founder of the Year Awards.
Fantastic.
Actually, it's
There's something Innocent had mentioned, and that's the issue of, fine, you will get funding, but then there's the lack of mentorship. What happens is that you may get that 500,000 or X amount of money, and you do not know how to spend it. So, I mean, for you, you work with Saiton Foundation. Marilyn, what is that? How important is mentorship within entrepreneurship? That it's not just about the money, it's not just about the funding, especially for startups.
Okay, so for startups especially, so what you want to create with your business is for it to be sustainable in the long run. And one key thing to doing that is having someone to walk with you the journey. So aside from having someone who can be able to mentor you, you also need someone who can be able to equip you with skills that can enable you to run your business. So these skills will range from how you package your business strategy, how you do your business development, how you do your legal documentation, how you understand your financial statements and prepare them, which is very important. Because as Innocent mentioned, you get all the money, then you don't know how to budget your money.
That's right.
And your money just, in a few months, you're out of your resources. So you also need someone to train you on how you can be able to budget, give you hints on how you can, work around your taxes. Yes.
All right. Ronnie, as the chairman of Youth Fund, what do you think are some of those mistakes young people do when they are pitching or looking for funding? What are some of those mistakes that you see, and how can we overcome them?
I think one of the first mistakes that a lot of young people make is that they see entrepreneurship as an alternative to employment. So it has become a buzzword. Nataka kuanzisha biz, right? Immediately they get to that point where they decide nataka kuanzisha biz. The next thing is they don't become creative. A good enterprise, and as Innocent has said, is one that is actually addressing a need in the market. But what a lot of young people do is wanasorora market, wanaangalia what is working, what is making money. Pia mimi naingilia hiyo. It's called the quailism. Yeah, the quail
like the quail business.
Quail economy.
Yeah.
Whatever is working, whatever people are making money in, that's what I'll jump into. But secondly is also that critical issue of mentorship, and I need to emphasize that. I know we haven't done it very well at Youth Fund, but Youth Fund is not just about money. Actually, that's why it was called the Youth Enterprise Development Fund, right? It's the whole spectrum of enterprise development, from mentorship, from business support, from providing subsidized premises for young people, incubating, training. So we do all these things. It's just that we are known for the money. But the mentorship part is extremely important because any young person, you see, you've never walked down that path. So you don't know what challenges are waiting for you in the market.
True.
And the market can be extremely vicious, right?
And I see you nodding your head. Do you agree with that? And the thing is that you got your money through Youth Fund. Lack of discipline.
She knows the viciousness of the market.
Yeah. And when you got your funding from
The Youth Fund.
for Youth Fund, was there, fine, you've got your money, but then you're like, oh my goodness, this is a loan. I have to work and I have to pay it back. Was that constantly in the back of your mind?
Of course, yes. And they really helped me to push that payment. Yeah, because they had supplied at KMTC.
And did that fund help you attain the goals that you wanted for your business?
Of course, yes. Yeah.
This one is the millionaire now. Do you really see you?
Oh, really, Ronnie?
Yes. Akuganda.
Walinisaidia sana by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and it is easy. It's so easy to get
to apply?
Yeah, of
No.
course. It is easy. Mine took 2 weeks to apply.
Innocent had a different experience.
Well,
But mine was it was an LPO financing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Innocent, you had something to say.
Well, there are critical aspects of businesses. I mean, businesses are not the same, and that's
Sure.
what we now come in
Yeah,
and look
true.
at. How do you now fund somebody who just has an idea, you know? And then the aspect of you being in a group, and then, you know, when you're in a group, and then that's how we can support your business as one guy that is coming out. Those are the things that we need to address, because most of the guys that actually need the funding most are people, probably they're having challenges getting the product in the market, or those ones that want to scale. Mostly those ones that want to scale, there are so many other alternatives. Banks will give loans, you know.
Aseli.
wacha niwaambie.
But let me address something before it disappears.
Wacha tukukate kidogo, tukirudi tutaongea about your stuff. Kila wiki si uenda mtaani, si dunda mtaani kujua exactly nini inaendelea. Kuna argument inaendelea hapa hivi ya Innocent na Ann. Imekuwa ni blazing hot, lakini wacha tuende mtaani tucheki exactly nini hao wali have to say.
No, sijasikia kuhusu hiyo youth funds. Sijasikia like anything. Like hawajai like advertise or anything like kuonesha youth, kuambia youth iko, so sijui like meaning yake, so ni hatujui ni nini.
Okay, it hasn't made any impacts in my life as of now because I am still in school.
It is a good idea, but when you're actualizing it, it's very hard because as we know, like everyone is in the government is very corrupt.
A lot of funds are being misused in Kenya. Like you're always hearing of scandals. This money is lost. We never know it's gone. So that's why I'd say it hasn't helped me.
Story ya youth fund yenyewe mi sijaisikia anywhere. Na sidhani kama iko, sidhani kama kuna venye inanisaidia personally juu sitambui kabisa.
From all the people I've heard from, they are complaining how it's complicated to get it, or how you may be promised that or form a group so that you can get this money, alafu it ends up that haupati.
Mmesikia maneno vile watu wamesema mtaani. Ronnie Osumba kwa nyumba. Ronnie Osumba kwa hii staff. Ako kwa hii studio, tunataka kusikia unasemaje kuhusu hiyo staff. What Innocent tumesema ni hard, si ndio? Kuapply maneno. Ana amesema si hard.
Yeah, and you know what I've heard also from that street sense? And Ronnie was laughing. And the reason why I like street sense is because it's very honest, yeah? Ronnie, we had a majority of those young people, young Kenyans. They don't even know about youth fund. They don't even know it exists. What's happening? What's not happening?
Which country?
Okay, so, I mean, the truth of the matter is this. We haven't done as good a job as we should. First and foremost, to get word out there that we exist. I mean, we're sitting on a big fund. We're supposed to be supporting all these young people who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs, but they don't know about us. But it's two-way. It's two-way. One, any entrepreneur who is looking for that cash and looking for it will know we exist. Trust me. Ronnie. If you really want, if you really want the money, you will know we exist. Okay?
Sure.
I mean, if you ask a lot of the people I ask, Akina Ann, they say, by the way, me hata sikuwa najua story ya youth fund, but when I needed the cash, I hustled and I found out where you guys are and I applied.
Okay. And I like to agree with him.
Okay.
It's because there's so many channels of ways in which young entrepreneurs can get funding and money. So they're all out there. Very few will advertise for you to go and apply. Exactly. So if you really want it, you're going to find it. Of course.
Mimi kuna swali Ronnie. Wacha niulize Ronnie swali moja. Ni very simple. What should we do? Sisi mayouth wenye tuko huku mtaani, tutafanya nini right ndio ku make sure tupate hiyo do? As in what are we going to do to get that money?
We take the challenge. So one of the things I've challenged my team is because, by the way, penetration in terms of knowledge of youth fund is at 18%.
18.
Only 18% of young people know about youth fund, and only half of them know how to go about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So we know we have a challenge there. So tunaanza sensitization, we want to do university tours. Yeah. We want to do group tours. Now, by the way, your story of groups, inasaidia sana. Let me tell you, the largest impact we have had are with groups. Mavijana ambao wako mashambani, mitaani, mashinani, and they form themselves into groups of 10, 15, and they come and access 50K. And the impact it has on their lives and their surrounding community is amazing. And we have a lot of such stories, by the way.
Yeah.
Now we have reduced the requirement for groups to 5.
Okay.
But Innocent alidanganya.
Let Innocent.
Hiyo ndio story nilikuwa naye pale. It's not only through groups that you can access youth fund. We support a lot of individual entrepreneurs. In fact, our largest portfolio after the group loan
Are individuals.
are individuals.
Okay. Let's give Innocent a chance. Innocent, what is it that is in your mind? Now talk.
Well, I think what they like to know, or what most of these young people are facing, is what nature of business are funded directly. Because we look at Ant's, business, is that it was
All kind of businesses.
It was an LPO. You already have an sort of
but
an
all
order,
kind
so
of
it's
businesses.
assured
You
that you're
fund all
making
kind
money.
of businesses. It's true.
Yes, but
But depends.
Hii imekuwa chama sasa.
Second one, probably a plus, is this business, because we're looking at scalability. How big can they grow? How many jobs can they be able to create? So when you find somebody with 50,000 and they start a business of, I don't know, a kiosk or something, because really 50 is very little to be able to create a very big company out of that. So sustainability of that business, and also the level, the number of jobs that they'll be able to create.
And I agree with Innocent. One, we don't fund all kinds of business, because the way the fund was structured, it funds, it doesn't fund innovative ideas. So we don't take risks. So for example, you're a musician, you want to produce a video. If you're in IT, it's a brilliant idea, you want to go and develop an app, we're like, we're thinking ya gava, goods and services, tunataka tuione tuishike hivi. But that's changing.
Yeah, those are the industries young people are in.
So that's changing.
Yeah.
We've just finalized, and it has taken a whole journey just to socialize the fund and to socialize Gava, to set up innovative funds. We are now going to have startup funds and talent, we are calling it Talent Alone, from 1st of July. We've just approved it in the board. What we're going through now are the mechanisms to operate.
Yeah.
But in 1st of July, we're having all these products that will then take in people like Innocent.
Innocent, apart from Lions Den, did you get any other source of funding, maybe family, friends? I don't know. Would you have any other avenue?
Well, no. Before that was bootstrapping. I think one of the things that has pushed me really, really hard is the passion I have for what I do, and also the ambition, that I want to build something bigger and be able to impact more young people. Because of that, I've been able to do whatever it takes to keep my business running. So by that, whatever cash I found, when I was starting, your pocket money, your shopping or whatever is what you're sustaining to go for meetings with and all that, to a point whereby you could be able to generate a little bit of revenue, get it back into business now to launch them. And now since that point, we've grown so many, we've developed so many products within our company, in that now revenue is moving in all the way.
Okay.
I want to ask a quick question to this guy.
Yes.
Can you start a business with 4,000 shillings?
Yeah, it's
4,000 Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible?
Yeah.
Now, one of our biggest challenges we are having with young people is that they expect that Youth Fund will give you 10 million shillings to start a business. I've been having this argument. In fact, hii wiki bana nimepigana na watu kwa Twitter mbaya sana. Nawaambia, by the way, with 4K, you can start a business. Yesterday, I came across this article about this young guy in Thika who, with 12,000 shillings, at least 12,000 shillings in November, decided to set up a business to label people's cards, nini, hizi vitu potea rahisi. Akabai machine nyingine ndogo hivi, anakuwekea namba yako ya simu. In case it poteas, somebody calls you. As of now, he's earning 75,000 shillings net per month.
Wow.
Out of his 12K investment. So I keep trying to tell people a good business is one that is addressing a need. Ile kitu wewe complain about kila wakati. By the way, hapa mbona gava haijafanya hivi? That's a business opportunity because the number of people complaining are many, and you can commercialize.
This conversation, let me tell you, it can go on for days, all right, and hours.
2 hours.
We make it 2 hours to Rudy.
Lazima tuongee na masonko.
Lazima. Naweza pigia Sam sahi. Nimwambie
don't
postpone
do that.
news.
No.
My youth man by that are watching the news.
Well, no, but here on KTN News, they do.
Oh, okay.
Aseli, one of the segments that we have here on Youth Cafe is one called Art Corner, and we love it because it gives people, young people, a platform for them to showcase their talent. And this time round, you went to Dandora?
Nakwambia nilienda Dandora, na Dandora ama vijana wako na story nyingine fresh sana, wanaitwa Dandora Music. Hebu angalia ama vijana walipatiwa chance na Sauti Sol ku freestyle mbele yao. I don't know if they're going to sign a deal with them, but kile najua ni wanatumia hii art to be able to meet ends zao. So check hii maneno.
Yo, ni Ajose, hapa ni Chris Oyola, and karibuni kwa Dandora Music School. And basically Kenya sifanya hapa kwa chuo ni tuko na various activities ranging from art, music na dance. Na basically our idea of starting this music school ilikuwa ni like to inspire the young.
Sasa ni wazito in the house.
To be creative and also to wakuwa na ile idea like wanatumia talent zao
throw out skiza
to create employment for themselves. So basically Dandora Music nasema ni it's a home of art. It's a place where ukikama unakuwa tu creative, ni place ukikama unapatana na wase creative ka wewe, and it's a art center that tulifikiria to open because most art centers ziko Babini but hakuna art center iko mtaani. So hiyo ndio ilikuwa idea behind the opening of this school Dandora Music. Na the name Dandora Music School ilitoka from our musical group Dandora Music. Unapata mtakadi kuna hiyo biggest dam site inaitwa Dandora Dam Site, na through our music na speak about such things. Kuna mambo pia ya unemployment, through our music na speak about such things, na pia kuna wale youth wanafanya positive things, so through the same music we express such things. Na vile tulianza na group of 15 kuna wale give up along the way, like waliona hii hustle ilipi, hakuna mali tunaenda. Then ikafika like after like 2 years, hapo ilikuwa around 2015 2014, ndio saa hustle ikaanza kujipa, like tukarecord our first song, tukaanza kupata like media response. Apart from music nafanya photography na make crazy chains buttons, na pia niko involved in tour guiding pia. So from these hustles tunasave ile kiasi tunaweza, tuna join as friends, alafu tunalipa hii rent. So mimi Kenya inani keep going na Kenya inani motivate mimi najua hapo mbele wewe success iko hapo mbele. Juu success si easy. Je, tukiangalia wale wao make it kama huyo Michael Zuckerberg ama nani hasa wa inaitwa Microsoft, hawaja make it easy. Walianza step by step ndio wakafika hapo mahali wamefika. So mimi na believe one day nitafika hapo. Na siwezi fika hapo nikiwa solo. That's why teamwork inanisaidia poa sana. Juu nikiwa na team unapata kuna Kenya Kevon anajua ama kuna Kenya Brian anajua na mimi sijui. Unacheki. So through your collective collection to inspire each other aim ile goal yetu like to make it big. Na mimi nataka yani hii art center iko ni the biggest art center in Eastlands. Eastlands hatuna art center. First of all, the name Dandora Music. Unapata umeenda show maybe place ka Lavington, umeenda show maybe place ka Modaiga. Immediately MC amesema we have Dandora Music in the house. Unapata kama msela kameka simu yake hapo ndio unapata ameweka vizuri. Kama ni kameka lapi yake hapo ameweka vizuri. Tumeput out music zenye zina spread the message of peace. Na pia we believe no one stares angrily at a painting. Unajua hakuna venye unaweza angalia painting ukiwa umekunja sura. So through our music, through our art, kuna venye tunapass the peaceful message in a different way. Unapata ukiandikia msee mtaani hapa ati no peace, don't fight, don't nini, atafanya the same way kanjo anatikanga no dumping. Unapata bado wasio wanatupata takataka hapo mali imeandikwa no dumping. So si Kenya tunataka do differently, tunataka ku inspire or peaceful but in a different way.
Pro binyonge na kamba go brother na tamba kama si do siwezi tigamba kama ni show na kwangangana.
Umecheki vile mtaa imewaka iko on fire, lakini lazima hii conversation iendelee kwa hii studio. Na najua of course tutakuwa na final remarks.
Yes,
right before
let us get the final remarks. And maybe you might want to answer one of these questions, which we are asking even our online audience is, what are the top challenges for young entrepreneurs? There's funding, there's rejection, there is the issue of finding customers. I know, Anne, you can relate with that one because you're into supply. And then there's also the issue of age. You're too young. Rudi Shule. Or go back to employment. Just final remarks as maybe you're answering that question very quickly. I'll start with you.
Okay, so I think that we are in a great space, as Kenyan youth, because right now we're in a culture that promotes entrepreneurship. Everybody wants to start a business, everybody wants to start something different, develop, something that can add value to the market, which is amazing. So maybe just to comment on the funding part. So funding is not 100% what a business would need. It's very important, but we also need key players such as, Youth Fund and ourselves, Site One Foundation, who would add add more to the funding. Like, it's not just funding, get a lot of training, get a mentor to walk the journey with you in business, because it's not easy. You need a lot of persistence and a lot of passion to drive you. So yeah, just aside from the funding, look for people that you can, walk the journey with you, and also get a lot of training to just enhance your skills.
All right, Innocent, very quickly.
Great. The issue of age, I don't think that should be even an issue to talk about, because, I mean, look at me, I'm young, I've been able to meet so many big people, and they've never pointed that to be an issue at all. But then I can say is that before you even get to a place you're saying that you need funding, what kind of business are you running, Let it be a need that you're addressing, as Ronnie said, and passion.
All right.
Talk about it.
Ronnie, your last remarks?
I mean, I think the youth are the drivers of this economy, so the issue of age should really never come up. I mean, if you look at any typical company or any industry, 75–80% of the people working in there are young people. So if those young people were to withdraw, the whole industry would collapse. So I think it shouldn't come up. Young people are ingenious, they're innovative, they're passionate, and they just need to apply their energies in the right spaces. I just want to challenge young people when it comes to ideation, because we're talking about challenges. And a lot of young people don't come up with creative new ideas. It's copy-paste. Think outside the box. And there's massive opportunity now in social enterprise. Think about the services that you always complain about from Gava, whether it is in agri, health, education. Try and find a business solution to those particular problems.
All right, and very quickly, we have less than a minute.
What I want to say is that the Yagpo thing is really working. So I would advise the youth to register a certificate, a company, and go for the Yagpo thing. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
Sure.
And Ronnie and Innocent and Marilyn, you guys have been an amazing panel. You've really helped us understand this conversation and take it even further. And we also want to thank our audience, both watching via YouTube or on TV, and even our online audience on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much for being part of this show, and it has come to an end. My name is Zinzi Kibiku. Have yourselves a lovely weekend.
And of course, the hottest man in East and Central Africa, Brian Aseli, na kapoa juu ya Ace Mode Collection, kijana mdogo ameanzisha business. Sijui Ronnie anacheka nini.